Hey, happy Tuesday. It's Ginny from Ask G. And our discussion this week is going to be called Letting Go of Your Shit. I was having a conversation with a friend the other day, and we were just talking about how people just carry around all this baggage throughout their life. And I know, I get it, a lot of times we don't even realize we're doing it, but it's just so damaging to you as an individual. And I was meditating the other day, and I came up with this analogy of you go through life experiences, and maybe you have a bad one. Well, we all have bad experiences, but things that affect you emotionally that you carry around subconsciously for years and you don't even always realize you're doing it. So I likened it to the analogy of a guy or a gal. So say you're walking down the beach and you just start collecting all this shit in bags, like burlap bags. And so you're putting the shit in the bag, and you barely know it's there in the beginning because it doesn't weigh all that much. And then as time goes on, somehow we take a string and we tie the bag around our ankle. And now we're lugging this bag of shit around on our left ankle, and it starts to feel heavy as we get into adulthood. And a lot of us, of course, started earlier. I know for me it did. And then more time goes on, and then the same thing happens, and then pretty soon we've got 2 bags of shit that we're carrying around, and they're full and they're heavy, and they're just causing us pain, and they're weighing us down. And maybe we have lower back problems and we don't know why. Okay, but seriously, you get the idea. So the whole idea is, in your life, in your meditations, and as you learn strategies and ways to sort of uncover the blind spots that we talked about earlier, you can also learn how to let go of that stuff. Just let it go. It's almost like during your meditations, you can pretend you're walking on a beach or in the mountains or in the woods or wherever feels comfortable for you. And slowly you untie one bag, and then you just start emptying it out. You just start kind of releasing the shit. And I know it sounds simplistic, but it really is that easy. The problem comes, I think, number one, when people have the blind spots and they don't want to even see the shit. They don't even want to acknowledge the shit is there. They feel the weight. They feel their body aches and pains because of the shit, but they don't identify it, that it's the shit that's causing it. You know what I mean? So through meditation, through mindfulness, through learning to pay attention to your inner self, to how you feel all the time, you can learn to just let go of stuff. You really, really can. Meditate. I challenge you today or tomorrow. Start tomorrow. Wake up in the morning. I am talking 3 to 5 minutes. Just take 3 to 5 minutes of your day and just think about something that you've been maybe ruminating on, something that you've been dwelling on, something that's been eating at you. Could be something old, could be something new. Doesn't really matter. Just pick one little thing, and then here's a beautiful way of kind of releasing it that I've learned. I forget where I heard this, but it was really beautiful and powerful, and I loved it. Sort of like you have this box or a basket, and you take whatever little pile of shit you have going on, and you just place it in the basket. And just doing that alone sort of gives your subconscious the message that the shit isn't me. It's thoughts that I was thinking, but the thoughts that you think aren't you, they're not your soul, they're not your higher person. So take that little pile of shit, put it in your bag or your basket, and then just sit it on the ground a few feet away. You do all this in your mind's eye, of course, just sort of imagine, and it just takes a few minutes. So, okay, say I was hurt by my partner or my spouse, and I've been carrying around this frustration, this anger So I take that specific thing and I put it in my basket, which is saying that it's not part of me. I put the basket on the ground. Now it's further away even than it was before because I've sort of separated it from my physical self by setting it on the ground a few feet away from me. So now pretend that you stand back from your basket. You're looking at it there on the ground. It's got your shit in it, but it's not you. It's your shit. It's different from you. Okay, now breathe, relax, turn around in your mind's eye, and pretend that there's this elevator right over there. There's an elevator, beautiful golden white doors, and the elevator wants to take you way up into the top of this beautiful mountain. And so you walk over, you step in the elevator. There's only one button, so you push the button, and whoosh, it takes you to the top of this glorious mountaintop. And now what happens? What do you think? So here you are at the top of this gorgeous mountaintop, and what's changed? Box of shit's still there. The shit's still in the box. But now you're up there. So what's changed? Perspective. Your perspective has changed because now you're looking down. It's just like looking out of the window of an airplane, right? You look down, and how small does that basket of shit look to you right now? So if you go through this exercise in your mind, you really start to incorporate, and you can do this for just a couple of minutes. Maybe even when you feel frustrated over something that you can sense that is sort of a recurring frustration for you. Just practice putting the shit in the basket, stepping away from the basket, stepping in the elevator, going all the way up the elevator, stepping out onto this beautiful mountaintop, and then looking down on your basket of shit. Still there, hasn't changed, nothing's changed, but it's so tiny. It's so small now. It's infinitesimally small. It's just ridiculous how much it cannot affect you now because it's way down there. And what have we really done? Physically, the only thing we actually did was move away from it, get a new perspective on it. So that's what I challenge you to do this week. Practice 3 to 5 minutes, preferably in the morning when you wake up. Just practice releasing one piece of baggage, and then Facebook me, email me, tweet me, whatever. Let me know how do you think it's affected your life in a positive way. So that's my tip for this Tuesday. I look forward to seeing you next week on Emotional Freedom Tuesdays. Have a great week.